Hello everyone and welcome to another Halo Forge tutorial. Today I am going to be demonstrating booby traps in Halo 2 Anniversary and how you can do them, how you can add them into your maps. But first, a demonstration. This is the classic booby trap from Reach in Halo 4, and you think it's safe, and nope! I think I said nope a little too early. Anyway, that booby trap activation was actually a little delayed, but later I'll show you how you can make it go by a lot faster. Now, aside from that classic booby trap that I just demonstrated, you can do a lot more with the new scripting function in Halo 2 Anniversary. I myself tried to get a little innovative with that trap right there. And the one that's coming up is actually something I'm pretty proud of. It's a nice little trick. Let's say there's something inside that garage door, and you'll say you want to get it. Oh, this is console switch right here. Better open the door. Nope! I did that earlier to a friend of mine, and let's just say he was kind of surprised. We had a good laugh about it. Anyway, that's it. That's all the traps I have so far. I'm trying to create more. Hopefully, maybe I'll make a future video for it. Here I am again testing the classic booby trap. As you can see, it activated faster that time. And now I am going to show you how to implement these booby traps in your map. So of course you want to load up your map in Forge, and the first booby trap that I will be discussing will be the second one that I showed. This one is, I made this myself. This isn't inspired from booby traps in older games. Basically, you want to create this room that has bait in it. I used rocket launchers as bait. And you want to, well, pretty much when players walk through the doorway, they're going to explode. For this trap, you're going to want to use the on-enter-on trigger. That when you walk through it, it'll make the mines explode. As for the mines, you'll want to make them merge into the wall to the point where only their little red dot will be showing up. You know, chances are when the player sees the bait, in this case the rocket launchers, they won't be able to mine the sides of the walls and see the mines. Or you can actually flip the mines so you won't have the glaring red light, but I haven't tried that. You know, feel free to try that out. You pretty much want to set them to the same broadcast channel for the scripting on the on-enter-on trigger and the mines. That way when you walk through them, it'll trigger the explosion. Now up next we have the classic booby trap, which also uses the new scripting function. I'm gonna do a little demonstration here again. As you can see, it got a little delayed there, and later on I'll explain why. But let's just pull it apart piece by piece first. Once again, you'll want to create this little setup. You know, you want to cover up these man cannons, the main part of the container. Pretty much you want to create a tunnel where the player will get squashed. This also uses the on-enter-on trigger. After spawning that trigger in, you'll want to give it its own broadcast channel that isn't being used by any other scripting objects in the map. Up next we have the crate. Of course you'll want to have that on normal, but later on I'll show you how to set that up to where it'll actually get pushed by the man cannons. Set its spawn time to 15. Don't touch anything else in its advanced and scripting functions, just the spawn time and the physics. As for the man cannons, I use the UNSC ones, and you'll want to set their spawn time to 180, make them physics phased or fixed. Go to advanced, set their place at start to false, and then once you go to scripting, set their spawn sequence or spawn channel to whatever broadcast channel the trigger is using, and you'll want to set the candy spawn to true. Next, the mine, you'll want to put this near the container, not against it. Put the broadcast channel to whatever the trigger is using. Set the spawn time to 1, physics to whatever you want, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the mine. Now some of you may be wondering why I have this kind of setup right here with the mines and the delayed man cannon spawn, and I'm gonna show you because I can't use the old school style of like hovering over the object and then switching its physics to normal, because that shit happens. It actually gets pushed instead of staying in its place. You know, not like in the older games where, you know, it just stays in its place. Now this time it actually gets pushed. I think it's a weird glitch because sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but I figured out a way around it. So if you're having trouble setting it up, you'll want to spawn the man cannons first, and you'll want to change its spawn time and advanced settings and scripting to whatever I mentioned earlier. Once you're done with that, you want to press start and go to start a new round. And what this does is, in the new round, the man cannons won't spawn, which allows you to place the crate, and it's way easier because you won't have man cannons bothering you. As you can see, the man cannons aren't here, and it's going to be much easier to set the container in place with the right settings. So, hover over to scenery, get the container large, and make sure to set its spawn time to 15 and its physics on normal. I'm just having it phased right now so I can, put it through the little encasing I have for it. And once you set the crate in place, make sure it's like the players will have to travel through its, I guess, lengthier side, because sometimes it does get delayed, but doesn't happen too often. You want to put it like right near the mine. Don't make it touch. And once that's done, start the new round, and everything should be working fine now. So here I am again, testing this classic booby trap. I have the tank as bait. Players see it, they're gonna try and go for it. They won't see the container to their left, go through the trigger, and get squashed like a poor little bug. And if I go into forge ball mode here and take a quick peek inside, you can see that everything spawned the way, where they're supposed to be. And yeah, now we have a working classic booby trap. Now, as for the last trap I have here, once again, you'll want to create bait. I just don't have anything inside this little room I crafted. Put the garage door there as it's part of the bait too. And you'll pretty much need the explosive volume. Make sure it's invisible, and set its broadcast channel to the same one as this switch toggle. Now what's going to happen is players will think they're unlocking the garage door, but actually they're going to be creating their own doom. And I forgot this, you need this trade zone right where the players will be activating. And you'll want to set its shields and health settings into 10% vulnerability. That way you'll die way easier, because if you don't have that trade zone there, the explosion volume actually won't kill you. So yeah, make sure to have that. Anyway, that is all of the traps I have so far. It's just 3. Maybe I'll make another booby trap video in the future with brand new traps, because this new scripting function just really allows us to get creative. Like, for example, you can trigger a kill ball to start rolling down and chase you and kill you. There's just so much you can do, and I really encourage you guys to get creative. Don't just stick to these ones that I showed you. Anyway, that is all of my time, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. I will see you next time. Goodbye!